Welcome back to the Trench Talk podcast in week 6 of Sam Spotlight. I'm glad you could join me. Hope you enjoy it this week. I'm going to be talking about the Notre Dame offensive line, in particular, Robert Hainsey. Florida State is traveling to take on number 5 Notre Dame in South Bend. 7:30 p.m. It's going to be on NBC. I'm going to be focusing on Robert Hainsey, number 72. He's 6'5", 6'4", so a good height for an offensive lineman. Weighs about 290, 295 pounds. He's a senior. He's from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, and he attended IMG Academy down in Florida, who's known to have unreal football teams and develop numerous top-tier talent. Now, Robert is a great offensive lineman, but he's also a great leader. He is team captain for the Notre Dame Fighting Irish this year and was team captain last year. So he's a two-time captain for Notre Dame, which is definitely a big honor for him. He's a William V. Campbell Trophy nominee this year, and the Notre Dame offensive line has been an absolute force this year. It's the engine that's driving that Notre Dame offense. He was the ACC co-offensive lineman of the week in week 2 versus South Florida, and Notre Dame took home Pro Football Focus offensive line of the week for their season opener against Duke when they produced the highest combined pass blocking grade for any offensive line that week. And now, this is a great unit, and Hainsey is kind of the leader of that unit as he's been captain for 2 years now, and he is one of the best pass protectors in the country. He has great footwork and is always in between the defender and the quarterback with great feet and great power. Hainsey has not allowed a sack since the start of the 2018 season when he gave one up in the opener against Michigan. So that's incredible to me. That is a span of 20 games and over 737 snaps without giving up a sack. And in that span, quarterback's only been hit 3 times by his man. So not only is he not giving up sacks, he's keeping that quarterback clean. So that quarterback has more confidence in the pocket to look downfield and find those open receivers. Now, this is a guy who's also faced some adversity. He came in his freshman year rotating every other series as a lineman because they loved what they saw and they loved how tough of a player he was, and started his sophomore year too. And last year, as team captain, he started the first 8 games before suffering a knee injury against Virginia Tech. And he missed the rest of the season. And that he was playing great all year. He was their offensive lineman of the year and did not allow a sack on 423 snaps. And, it must have been tough to battle back through a knee injury during quarantine because you might not have been on campus as much. So you're not getting in the AT room as much. Maybe you're not working with trainers and coaches as much. So a lot of that is on you. That's personal. He wanted to get back on the field. He wanted to do his recovery for the guys next to him so he can go out there and play football. And that's why so many NFL teams love him. He protects the passer, but he's also a great leader, and he's self-motivated because he could have went home and slacked off with that injury. But no, he got right back, and he was ready to go. And I think he also made sure the rest of that team was ready to go. As the leader on that offensive line, you see the way they've came out this season like gangbusters, road graders, moving people out of the way, protecting the quarterback. And I think a lot of that is Robert. Now, obviously, this is an incredibly talented offensive line. I've seen people talking about this as one of the best lines they've seen in college in a while. I think that 2017 Notre Dame team might have had a better line, but this one is right up there with other guys like Liam Eckenberg. And I expect that to drive Notre Dame all the way to the college football playoff. And now this is a big matchup. Florida State, they're always a powerhouse. But I'm going to be watching, and I expect Notre Dame to be moving the Seminoles around right off the ball and protecting that quarterback. And I expect Notre Dame to take care of business at home, and I expect them to do that a lot this year. This is a team I'm excited to watch all year long because of how good they are up front. And this is a team that gets that. This is where the game is won and lost up front. And I expect Notre Dame to win a lot of those games because of guys like Robert up front. Once again, we'll be watching, and see you later.